All right, folks. Well, I have the greatest pleasure to talk to you and review one of the craziest series that I have seen on TV in a very long time, and that series is Utopia. This series is available September 25th exclusively on Amazon Prime Video. It is 8 episodes, averages about an hour each. But wow, what a crazy, insane show this was. I think by all means this show, whatever I thought I was getting into by the trailer, by the promotional posters, just maybe even reading the synopsis, whatever I thought I was getting into, I was completely in for much more over my head than I thought I would be, because this was just absolutely insane. It's literally like any show that I thought I was getting into. Whatever, like, point blank, I will say this a billion times. Whatever I thought I was getting into, I had no clue what was in store, because this was just absolutely insane. This show showed no mercy, because there's so much that happens. Like, to be honest, there's so many things I cannot talk about, but there's so many plot reveal points within this show that, like, it's almost like doing a review for it, I absolutely can get you hyped and get you in the door, but like once you're in there, it's all up for you to handle the rest. And even, you know, once you have to talk about to somebody else about it, you're going to see like how you can't talk about anything, because there's so many things that happen in each episode that just cascades to the episodes that follows, because a lot happens. But I have to say this too, like, this show is so relentless and shows no mercy, and it takes chances unlike many shows does. And what I mean by that is because, like, you quickly get invested in characters here, but it won't matter because you won't have much time with them, because this show is not afraid to kill off characters and major characters easily. And the moment you start liking somebody, the moment they end up gone. And that's what I mean by how bonkers it is. Because, like, along with the abundance of gore and blood and just, it's so graphic, but, like, you know, if you have a weak stomach, this may not be for you, because this show really does some, like, really crazy things. And then there's this character, Arby, who's played by Christopher Denham. Who's from Argo, by the way. I hate that character so much. He just made my blood boil the entire time. I mean, he makes me just as mad as Homelander makes me in The Boys. But overall, amazing performance. But God, did I hate that character. You're going to see what I'm talking about. But let me break down what's happening here. Now, Utopia is a conspiracy thriller that follows a group of young fans who come together when they discover that a conspiracy in an elusive comet, Utopia. Now, this comic, so no one thought this comic was real, but it is real. And that this fandom for this comic and this, you know, this basically thirst to wondering the truth about it has brought a group of people together to really figure out, where is it at? How can they find it? Etc., etc. And there's more beneath that. And, you know, it all, first of all, I gotta say, like, episode 1, they all the group of friends all meeting at a comic book convention just gave me, like, I was having, like, I just miss conventions. I just wish the pandemic would go away. Being a nerd and being a comic book lover, seeing that scene is just all the same. I was just like, man, I miss the con world. But so it all brings them together, and when they find out that the comic is real, you know, it's more than just a comic, because the comic really foretells the demise of humanity and the world as they know it, thirsting this group of underdogs to embark on a high-stakes, twisted adventure to use what they can uncover to save themselves and others, and ultimately humanity. So, in other words, I'm going to make it really plain and simple. A group of friends realize that this comic is just more than a comic. It actually has tons of encrypted messages for only, you know, people of their fandom to really decipher. And they realize that these messages aren't just comic book messages. that they are actually predicated to things that are happening in the world. Like there's a major flu pandemic happening. They realize that the secrets of this is all instilled within the comic. So they are trying to find a comic so that not only can they really satisfy their fandom about the mystery of this comic being real, but ultimately because they know that if they get a chance to get to this, they can break down all the code and then they could ultimately save humanity. And with that being said, like this comic ain't just a comic. It's actually based on real life characters and people in life. So they're having to not only figure out the messages that the comic is telling, but the people that this comic is talking about. So that's the gist of it here, but like a lot of other crazy things happen, and I just can't tell you it because it would just ruin it all. But it's mind-blowingly crazy. It really, really is, because like there's so many different abstract characters, but like again, you can't get invested to them too quick because you never know who may meet their demise at any moment. And along with that, there's pretty cool action. The fight choreography and the stunt work is really well done. And it just feels like any other show, not no other show that I watch. Again, some people may be familiar with the British series, which is also named Utopia. But this is a new Amazon original series here. So like, yeah, it's going to have people from that other series wanting to check out the similarities with this American version. Comic book lovers is going to love this. Anybody who's just looking for a show that they've never seen before, that just truly, I feel like has this only really unique identity, is going to check this out. This is a must watch, but again, it's not for the weak stomach because it gets crazy gory. It really do. It really, really do. But I did the service in watching it for you all. It's time for you all to check it out. It is available September 25th. All 8 episodes on Amazon Prime Video. You have got to let me know what you think, because this is going to be one ride. I'm trying to tell you. Whatever you think you're getting into, you have no clue. Whatever you think you're hearing in this review, you have no clue, because it is going to be, whatever you think its level is going to be, it's going to exceed that in the amount of craziness that you get. Again, it stars John Cusack, who's from Hot Time Machine, Sasha Lane from American Honey and Hellboy, Christopher Denham, who's from Argo, and Rainn Wilson from The Office, a fan favorite as well. There, so like a bunch of good people that you've seen in other projects all come together to give you this mixing bowl of just flat out craziness. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think after you check it out, and as always, stay tuned because more reviews will come to you really soon. Thank you for watching.